Alright, hi everyone. It is me, Sailor Minimoon Reenie here, making a film from the backyard. And so here today we're going to talk about, you know, why after 10 years, we're still doing what we're doing. Now, a lot of folks out there always wonder, after 10 years, how are we still making Sailor Moon films after all of these 10 years? Well, because we like coming on YouTube or Euro and making films. Either be uploads, live stream shorts, podcasts, but we don't have the fee to upload podcasts, so yeah, that's just not going to happen. Anyway, as you know, it is raining, but not as much as it is, but enough, for it to get on the Y speaker. Now, a lot of folks out there might wonder. They'd be like, oh, a lot of folks might wonder why we make a lot of films a day. Well, in the past we did. And our old YouTube fairways in the past, we made a lot of films, like on Sailor Moon Red and Sailor Moon's Red 1 and Sailor Moon's Best 1 and Sailor Moon's Best 2. We did make a lot of films back in the day, but not now. And then Sailor Moon Red, Sailor Moon on YouTube and Sailor Red 1, 2, 3, 4. We thought, and Sailor 211, we thought if we made one film a day, we thought that would, give us enough time in a day to do other things, and all the watch time and looking would come in. Well, not so much, not so much these days. Not so much. And once we got our Y speaker last year as a Yule gift, we started to make more films, because we got back into that mindset of making, at least 2 films a day, sometimes 3 films a day. And everyone always kept asking us, why don't you make a film showing the rest of your room, or showing the rest of your house, or, or the outside of your house, or whatever, outside, backyard, things like that. And the answer would be, well, we didn't have a Y speaker to do it. And at the time, all we had was a web shooter and you could only shoot whatever room you reckon there happened to be in. And for us, it was the bedroom. And a lot of folks always wonder that we're still making films to this day. And I know there's someone out there who, there's some on my leg. Leave me alone. There's always someone out there to this day that's always wondering, always someone to this day always wondering, how many uploads, live streams, and shorts have we made? And someone thinking they have a reckoning of every single film, every upload that we ever made. Now, keep in mind, a lot of folks are going to make up their reckoning of how many uploads they think we made back in the day, because to be honest with you, we never really kept a reckoning of it. Back when we did Sailor Moon, back when we were first doing our fairway, Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon Red, and even, amazing Sailor Moon Red 1, well, we were making a lot of films a day. Not every single span a day, but enough films during the day. And there were some haters and trolls and bullies that thought that they had a reckoning of how many films we made. And some folks who thought that what we did back then isn't really anything unlike we're doing now. And yes, being around and making a lot of film, a lot of uploads, live streams, and shorts, we did it because we liked doing it. And now we're back in that mindset of at least doing 2 a day, need be 3 a day. And some folks are like, I can't believe you're still making films now, or can't believe that you're still doing this. Don't you get burned out? No, we don't get burned out. We always shift what we talk about. I guess if you were talking about the same thing every day or doing the same thing any day, you might get burned out. Some folks do, but we do not. Dwayne is never going to get burned out making films, you know. And some folks might say, oh, well, you're all over the stead because you don't only talk about Sailor Moon, but you talk about, other things. Yes, that's true. We do talk about other things, right? But there is no law or oversight that tells you what you can and cannot talk about or make a film on. At the end of the day, it's up to you. As long as that upload, live stream, or short isn't going against the followership oversight or ownership or double right, or if you happen to be a mate, then being shower friendly and doesn't go against the showing oversight or the mateship oversight, I would think you're all right. So at the end of the day, it is, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we just like making films, and in the past we used to make a lot, then we stopped doing it and we got back in a mindset of making, one, at least 2 films a day. Now, one last little thing before we end this film. Someone might ask and say, oh, well, why don't, they'll be like, why don't you film inside the shops and the eating halls and, in the healing house and the book house and all the other steads you go to and businesses and whatever? Well, first off, don't want to get any shoppers or hirelings in the films that don't want to be in there. And yes, they are withdrawal steads open to the outlets, but you don't own it though, and you can lose your right to go there. And a lot of folks, a lot of folks will say, oh, well, who cares what anyone thinks? There is no law against it. Yeah, but there is an oversight against it. And if you are filming shoppers or hirelings of a business that don't want to be filmed, they can tell you to stop filming or they can tell you to leave. They do have that right. So that's why I mostly film. That's why I film going to those steads. Now, I know it's only like one film, and I say we're going to all these steads, and you only see us going to one stead, because I don't really feel like making 2 films. One where we go to one stead, and one where we go to another. Then those will be 2 films we'd have to upload and fillet. 2 films we'd have to write something about at the end of the day on. And even if we did put it on still the whole time we were in there, well, keep in mind that'd be 2 films, maybe 3 films, depending on how many steads we went to on that Friday or that Saturday or that Sunday or whatever day we happen to go out. So that's why. If you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to share and playlist and beloved this film. Watch the other film we made earlier this morning with Artemis over here, and hit that ringer and bind. We know the next upload live stream is short as I, Sailor Mini Moon, Small Moon, Little Moon Reenie, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.